Today, April 28th, marks 16 months that Paul Whelan has been in prison in Russia. As a fellow American, Paul's health and welfare are of the highest importance to me. Paul is also a citizen of Canada, Ireland, and the United Kingdom. His family roots run deep in all four countries. And all four countries have been watching closely how Russian authorities have been treating Paul and managing his case for 16 months. We've watched while Paul has been denied due process, while he's been denied access to the outside world, to his family and friends, while he's been denied outside medical care as his health continues to deteriorate. And at every opportunity, we've spoken out, publicly through the media and privately to Russian authorities at the highest levels. We've pushed for Paul's rights, for better treatment, for appropriate medical care, and for a fair and impartial trial. But so little has been done by Russian authorities to ensure Paul's basic human rights. In the last few weeks, I've gone twice to see Paul at the courthouse, and twice I was denied entry. Consular visits are the only link between Paul and us and his family. But even this small piece of humanity is denied him. We cannot see Paul at court or at Lefortova. Even our attempt to deliver masks, gloves, and sanitizer, items to protect him from COVID-19, was denied. We recently had one breakthrough, and for that we're thankful. After repeated requests from Paul and from officials of four governments, finally, after 16 months, Paul may be allowed to talk to his parents twice a month. It's been far too long since Paul's parents have heard his voice. We're waiting for confirmation that this court order has been enforced and that Paul has spoken to his parents at long last. Though this is a breakthrough for Paul and his family, in reality, this is just a small move by the Russian authorities. Communication with his own family was Paul's right for the past 16 months, a right the Russian government actively denied him. In many prisons around the world, including the United States, people are allowed multiple phone calls per week to family and to others. While we're waiting for Paul to be able to speak to his family, our concerns for his medical condition only increase. Russia claims they are providing Paul with adequate medical care, but repeated requests for a visit of an outside English-speaking doctor to examine him have been denied. This makes no sense to me. Why is the Russian government afraid to let Paul speak with an outside doctor in English? What do they not want Paul to say or to understand? This denial of Paul's native language, English, has been reflected in nearly every aspect of Paul's imprisonment in Lefortova. He was denied reading material in English for nearly 6 months after his arrest. For a country fiercely proud of its superb literary traditions, surely Russia could have allowed Paul to have an English translation of the great works of Pushkin or Tolstoy. Even the small comfort of letters from Paul's family are withheld for him for months. Again, what is the Russian government afraid of? Of news from his father about tending the garden or plowing snow, or of birthday greetings from his mother? As Paul's trial is unfolding, I'm deeply concerned about fairness, transparency, and justice. Since the beginning of the case, the Russian government has insisted that they caught Paul, quote, red-handed, unquote. Today, the Russian government has allowed no evidence, none. All court hearings are being held behind closed doors, in secrecy, away from the media, from the public, and from me, away from anyone who might challenge their definition of, quote, red-handed, unquote. There's been talk of evidence, allusion to evidence, and even allusions to discussion of evidence. But where is the evidence itself? Hearings are taking place behind closed doors in secrecy. Details of alleged witnesses and alleged evidence appear in the press, but we do not know what is happening behind those closed doors. Why so much secrecy? Again, I have to ask, what is the Russian government afraid of? It's time to stop this charade, this mockery of justice. How? The answer is simple. Let Paul Whelan go home. Let him go home now. His family, his fellow citizens of the United States, Canada, Ireland, and the United Kingdom, all of us have waited too long to see him free.